On this episode of Aging Wheels, I try to find out why I have an unhealthy obsession with Volvo wagons. So why do I love Volvo wagons? Well, let's start out with all the things that make them the coolest car in the world. First of all, it's Swedish, and all Swedish cars are cool. There are no exceptions to this rule. For instance, all Saabs are amazing, all of them. Even the two-stroke ones, they're all terrific. All Volvos, all of them are amazing. Even the 3 Series back in the 80s. And of course, I don't even have to mention Koenigsegg. And it's a wagon. All wagons are cool. There are, once again, no exceptions to this rule. And it has a 5-cylinder engine. All 5 cylinders are cool. So basically this car has 3 things that put it in the category of amazing and awesome and cool already. So it's already on a high list. And let's talk about the main thing. It's a Volvo. So that means it is built with a particular degree of Swedish engineering that is unparalleled. Everything on this car is very well thought out. Earlier I asked the owner of this car, is there anything that seems particularly odd or not very well thought out? And he had no answer for it, because everything in here is well engineered and, well, frankly, it's over engineered. Why do you need a built-in booster seat? Who knows? You can just buy one. But no, Volvo integrated it into the seat. Everything about this car is dripping with awesome. And it is super versatile. I mean, just think of how versatile this platform is. On this same platform, they built this car, the regular old humdrum front-wheel drive wagon. You could get it with all-wheel drive. This one has a turbo. You could get it with the V70R, which was the much faster wagon. And you could also get the XC70, the cross-country version. So you could get a Volvo for everyday use, you could get a Volvo to go somewhere very quickly, or you could get a Volvo to go somewhere on any place you want that isn't a road. What other car can do that other than a Range Rover? And a Range Rover is going to break down all the time anyway. This is rock solid reliable. Now the advantage of this car being a wagon is twofold. First of all, you have the sleek Volvo wagon looks. And second of all, it passes the Aging Wheels practicality test of being able to hold this bottle of water. But unfortunately, the cup holders are still not big enough to hold my luggage.
But that's enough mucking around. How does it drive?
Alright, first impressions. Just got onto the road. Immediate first impression upon getting into the car. The seat is beyond comfortable. I mean, you can't even imagine how comfortable the seat is. First, some specs about this car. It has 2.5 liter, 5-cylinder turbocharged engine. It has a 5-speed automatic gearbox. It has front-wheel drive. It has all the comfiness you could ever want. It probably weighs a very large amount. It is almost certainly the safest car you can buy, other than a Tesla. It's now very dark in here that I've done that. Reopening. The only thing I'm a little disappointed by is some of the plastics, like this console squeaks a bit. I've never been judgmental about these things before, but there are quite a few squeaky things in here. Listen to this. And by the way, this car has 170,000 miles, which really by Volvo standards is nothing. It's a 2004 model. Actually does handle rather well. Steering's not the best in the world, but it's actually not bad either. Tight corner. All the crap in the wagon back is moving around.
The handling of this car surprised me. It's not particularly good, but for how much this car weighs, it isn't bad. It isn't floaty. It holds itself well on the road, but the real reason it handles well is because handling, after all, is a safety feature. And if it was any softer, if it was any floatier than it is now, which really isn't bad, it would probably fail the Moose test. But this car isn't all boring predictable. It did manage to surprise me in one very specific area.
Alright, I'm going to give it a little juice to see what this 5-cylinder has. Oh my god, that sounds amazing! Okay, I'm going to slow way down again. There's nobody behind me, and I want to hear that 5-cylinder again. Oh my god, that's incredible. It's like half a Lamborghini's under the hood. Listen. Oh man, that engine sounds so good. God, it sounds so good. I'm gonna keep doing that. Destroy your transmission. I apologize. Oh, what's that? A gap in traffic for me to accelerate and hear 5 cylinders? Ah, it's so good. Okay, enough of that. So harmonic. Oh, I have decreased the miles to empty by 40 miles, and I've only driven 3. That's what kind of driving I've been doing.
This Volvo was built with a purpose, to reliably haul a family of 4 in safety and comfort, and it does that extraordinarily well. When you look at other lesser cars, you think the main goal of that company was to make this car for a profit. But when you look at this Volvo, you think the main goal for Volvo was to build this product as good as they possibly could. They take 7 years to engineer seats. They invent their own crash tests because the standards just simply aren't good enough. They put great engineering detail into everything they build because they want it to be the best it could be. And that's why, I think, Volvo is one of the greatest car companies out there.
If you have a V70R, I would love to drive it, and I will praise it tremendously. Please. Please loan me your V70R.